Alrighty. So here I am alive. Alrighty. So throughout, you might see me checking on my phone. It's to make sure the live stream is alright. I'm trying to record the high quality audio while it's recording and streaming, and it's using up a lot of this laptop CPU, so I want to make sure it doesn't crash on me. Also, I can see your comments too, so that's an added plus. Practicality and sociality. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. Okay, here we go. Cool. Alright, so welcome to the live feed. I'm going to be answering three questions. First one, do you need to read music to create music? What program do I use to make music? And one piece of advice for composers. So let's just get right into it. So, the first one, very controversial. Do you need to read music to make music? And when I say read music, I mean like sheet music with the quarter notes and whole notes and all that fun jazz. My official answer is no. The only reason you would need to read sheet music is if you are playing in a band, trying to learn to play an instrument and get a whole orchestra or band or whatnot to play in sync and understand the musical idea you're trying to impose. But if you're just creating music for, say, hip hop beats or maybe a film score that doesn't have a physical component to it that you can only make digital for, you really don't need to make it. To be honest, making music in the current day and age is more visual now due to MIDI, which is MIDI. I forgot musical multiple interface digital. I forgot what it is off the top of my head. I'm gonna keep it real, but MIDI makes it more visual, so it's more like blocks. So music making nowadays is more of a spatial reasoning thing than as opposed to reading it. So yeah, no, you don't need to know how to read music to make it, is the short answer. Next question. What program do I use to make music? I use Propellerhead's Reason 9. I like Reason 9 over, say, FL Studio and any other programs I've run into because it it's very streamlined. It makes more sense. In FL, there was a lot of different windows everywhere, but in Reason, it's like one window with three or four dots, in a certain place. You can detach them and move them if you want, move them to different screens, kind of like FL, but, it's a lot more streamlined and makes sense. Also, it it reflects how you would create what's called a rack in real life. When you like audio engineers call their setup a rack, their rig a rack, and what you do is you put more devices into it. So it mixes all the what was it? The intuitive feel of a physical rack with the digital sequencer, which is where you put the blocks and the notes and everything. The next one is, what's one tip for composers? One tip for composers would be to ear train. I am a diehard ear training fanatic. I remember when I first started ear training, doing interval ear training, that I got 30s and 40s. I was garbage. Like let's put it real. I was garbage. So, but after training and training, now I get 80s, 90% accuracy rates out of when I do an 100 question run on ear training. And I believe that the reason you should ear train is because it internalizes the music theory in a more visceral way. So it's kind of like it's taking the theory in the head and getting it trained to the ears. It's kind of like how like athletes do push-ups. Think of ear training as like musical push-ups. So when you hear notes, when you hear intervals, and you hear stuff in other songs, you can recognize it quicker. And yeah, those are the three questions. Answered them pretty quickly. I would love for someone to have left some comments so I could sit there and reply back. But I guess you can't have it all. This is James Revels signing out.